we talk about on this show a lot that we need to do better at marketing and talking to people and not coming across as rude and change our language. And the left has done a great job of this over the last 100 years, and we're just finally starting to catch on. And I think we need to take a step back before we post something. As JD was talking about, you're not Kurt Schlichter, so take a step back, think to yourself, is this going to do damage? Is this going to make people mad? Is this going to make me or my side look like a jerk? When you're writing an article or you're writing a post, think about, am I talking to people on my side, already trying to convert the people on my side, or am I talking to someone who, am I putting it in a way that someone who's apolitical can understand, can agree with? I shared another article today that was about, the title was something like, when is the GOP going to reach out to blacks? It was something like that. And it was written to a black, or by a black man who is a conservative. And his point was, he's tried to do a lot of things in his local area over the years, and he's usually told blacks are a small percentage of the population, they're not going to come to our side, it's not worth the money, it's not worth the time, it's not worth the effort, it's not going to help. And I think that's the wrong attitude to have. Even if we do the work and we don't see political gains from it, you're still going to help the people and the individual. You're going to change people's lives, and that's worth it. And I mean, just imagine someone like Ben Carson going into Detroit, where he came from, and saying, this is how my brother and I got out of poverty. My mom couldn't read, and I'm one of the most famous neurosurgeons in the world, and I did that by doing this and doing this and doing this, and you can do it too. And that message would start to grow with people. It wouldn't happen immediately. It might not happen in 5 years, but 10, 15, 20 years down the road, hopefully that message reaches a bunch of people. They start to teach their kids, they teach their friends, they teach their families, and it grows from there. And then we get people on our side. Then they realize what's going on. They educate themselves. So that's my point, is we need to focus on better for the long term. You might score a quick point here and there with a smart comment, but really going to back, think about what you're doing, think if it's good for the movement, if it's good for yourself.
You're less likely to make points with a smart comment. You're very likely going to make points with a stupid one. Just want to point that one out there. But I agree with you, and I think that we've been talking about this a lot, the idea that we need to get into all communities, because that's what the left does. I mean, the left is trying to, they're trying to turn Texas blue. I mean, can we talk about that? The fact that there is an initiative that the left is taking to, over a period of 10 years, try to turn Texas blue.
And they don't care that Wendy Davis is not going to win the gubernatorial race. That does not end turn Texas blue. That doesn't end their thing at all. They're getting a very, very good start to it. The left never quits. They are still today suing about the Texas abortion laws. They're suing to overturn that. There was another lawsuit that they're still, things that we think were long-term settled victories for our side. The left continues to fight. They never stop fighting until they win.
And going off of that, I also want to say, it is no wonder. I mean, we ask ourselves, why is it that black voters, why we don't get the black vote? When we say stuff like we shouldn't focus on the black vote because it's only 15% and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, wow.
When that's the stuff that we say, and we wonder why we aren't getting that vote.
And we're mad at Romney for saying 47% in the meantime, and losing based on the optics of that, in part.
Right.
And by the way, who do we always say collectivizes people?
The left.
The left.
What are we doing when we say that? Collectivizing people. Can we
Right.
get that in our heads? Just wanted to point that out.